On November 26th, Pakistan saw the most brutal crackdown on thousands pro-democracy protesters who had reached Islamabad on the call of Imran Khan. Government security forces open indiscriminate live ammunition firing in the dark of night. On one hand, PTI is claiming several dead and wounded while the government is denying even firing a single bullet. Today, we try to reassemble the timeline of the day based on testimony of protesters, on-ground journalist and video evidence. Few hundred PTI pro-democracy worker reached D Chowk, where they were welcomed by the security force, what seemed like goodwill gesture. 30, it seems order came down to clear the D Chowk by force.
मैंने इस्लामाबाद की तारीख में नहीं देखी.
Rangers first off threw a man from the container. Then heavy tear gas was discharged. Eyewitness also saw snipers on the rooftops. Several videos of gunshot wound victims were observed during this part of police charge.
They're using live assault rifles, these are Kalashnikovs, AK-47, they're using, as you can hear that, they're using automatic fire.
ये इसको सर पे लगी है गोली.
Seeing the large number of protesters still standing ground and undeterred, at this point, it seems that the decision was taken to stop the protesters by massive lethal force. This decision would plunge this night into dark, were shut down and all buildings of the area were evacuated.
हमारा जो दफ्तर है वो बिल्कुल डी चौक के पास है. तो हमें जो है ना वो ऑर्डर आया कहीं से कि आप अपनी बिल्डिंग जो है इसकी बत्तियां बुझाएं और इधर से रफू चक्कर हो जाए.
The whole area was thrown in pitch darkness. There was a confusion among the workers and many started going back. Then around 9 p.m., a force of 10,000 security personnel attacked the remaining protesters. Heavy tear gas was followed by baton charge. Video show Rangers breaking cars. There was also sporadic live ammunition firing at this time.
They opened fire on the innocent protesters. They have killed our innocent.
And heavy gunfire started. Several videos and eyewitness account describe the horror of this time.
अचानक से एक स्नाइपर फायर की ना एक मखसूस आवाज होती है, सिर्फ एक बुलेट फायर होती है उससे. वो एक शख्स के कंधे और सीने के दरमियान लगी हुई. वो मेरे सामने गिरा.
ये देखें, एक निहत्ते पाकिस्तानी को एक फायर करके गोली मारी गई है इन आदमियों की तरफ से.
Several gunshot victims are seen to be taken to the hospitals. Several ambulances are seen to rush to the area. Later we get several videos of gunshot victims and dead bodies in hospital. Cover up the massacre. Hospital staff is threatened not to give out any information. Despite issuing death certificates, hospital denies existence of any dead bodies. Journalists who are investigating the wounded and dead bodies are abducted. BBC documentary revealed several dead bodies and doctor giving statement that they did unprecedented number of surgeries.
In our career, we haven't done this much surgeries at one time on the operations night. Some of the injured persons were so critical that we had to put them in immediate surgery without anesthesia. There were almost 45 to 55 shot people who were admitted to hospitals at that night.
पीछे जब कारकुन भागे तो उनमें से आधे मारे गए और आधे भागने में कामयाब हुए. और जो मारे जाने वाले थे उन्हें फिर कारपेट्स में रैप करके और डालों में ले जाके और कहीं और.
ये एनिशाइडिन.
अच्छा मुझे तो.
I believe that this was, and all indications are that we're getting from our sources over there that this was a premeditated massacre. That this was planned from the top. That
PTI has released their data of dead and wounded. These numbers will certainly change when more data comes in, but in the end, we have these factual points that connect the whole story. 1. Several eyewitness accounts. 2. Senior journalists reporting use of live ammunition. 3. The lights of entire area turned off. 4. Excessive use of brute force. 5. Snipers on the rooftops. 6. Abduction of journalists working on collecting data. 7. Overwhelming video evidence of gunshot victims. 8. Doctors and hospitals forced to suppress evidence. 9. Complete denial by the government. The evidence indicates that the fatal shooting was indiscriminate, carried out with the intent to kill. With several casualties and injuries, along with the government's cover-up and complete lack of remorse, it can only be concluded that this